Dr. Stone.
Don't.
Okay, I'm gonna jump right
First,
to the scene
why
where
not?
no, hold on. I'm gonna jump right to the scene where what's his fucking name is like. Wait a minute, can we use the X-ray to see the boobies?
Bruh.
Well, see, I saw
That's
that,
so
and
funny.
I straight up, I gotta be honest, I underestimated Chrome. I thought Chrome was having the pervy thought too, but it turns out Chrome, he's just proven why he's in the what was it called? The top five smartest. What were they called?
Top 5 general. I had the photo. I had the
Yeah,
photo.
of course you fucking do. If there's one thing Thurman likes, it's arbitrary top 5 power listings.
Our 5 generals.
You
Bruh.
fucking pulled that shit up, FTL, bro.
Bro, I love shit like that. I
Of
love shit.
course you do. It's like
I
the
love
Espada, bro. You need to read Bleach, bro. You'd love the Espada. Like the Espada were made for you, bro. They're literally an army ranked from 10 to 1, from like 10 being the weakest and 1 being the most powerful. Like literally, the Espada are introduced as here's their numbers. Enjoy.
I have a soft spot and a guilty pleasure for that type of shit,
For
bro.
power
Like
levels.
showing shit like that brings out the child in me.
Oh,
Like there's a reason why Dragon Ball Z is my guilty pleasure. Seriously.
Fair enough. No, by the way, I consider this This is the chapter where Chrome proves his worth. He proves he's worthy to be in the generals, bro. Like he immediately, like Solo. He thinks of this and he finds a fucking mine of shit, so they have enough material on his own. Keep in mind. Ugh.
That's dope. They're like, hey, where's Chrome? Oh, he yelled and ran away.
Hey, where's Chrome? He just fucking solved our entire fucking crisis of not having enough materials.
Yo, I love it too, because I love that this author is giving each character, some more than others, but giving the characters that are needed their time to prove their worth. I think that's really great. Characters
I've never seen an author so good at just like giving equal screen time to all the characters. It's so good.
Yeah, besides Taiju.
Well, Taiju has there was a conceded decision. There was he sat down and he was like, I am choosing to slowly phase out Taiju.
Bruh, we shit on Taiju.
Taiju's like a fucking disease, and like every generation, as we get the vaccine for it, it's killed off more and more. And then in the final act of the story, the anti-vaxxers will come in and Taiju will come back.
Bruh, it's funny too. I don't even hate Taiju that much. This is so funny to shut him. So it's funny.
It's funny if it's been too long. I think at this point we've been shitting on Taiju so much that the original purpose of shitting on Taiju has been forgotten. So to remind you, from the very beginning, you can go back to our first review, bro. I hated the fuck out of Taiju. I hated him, and I was like, it's very obvious that the author too was like, oh god, Taiju's awful, because he switched main characters immediately. And then like as we were reviewing it, I was like terrified of the day that Taiju would come back, because I was like, please don't switch back, and he didn't, because he knows better.
So
Taiju comes back, I drop the series. I'm kidding.
So it's funny because can you imagine like some people who are watching this right now are like, oh, fuck you and your Taiju.
Taiju's my favorite character.
It's similar to like how you're saying fuck King Lightning and his
Yeah,
Chopper.
no, it is funny because like I love Chopper and King Lightning hates him. And so I can totally see some people like, again, man, it's my dream, bro. Like I want to get popular enough to have comments where people are like, fuck you, I love Taiju.
Fuck you, I love Taiju.
Yeah, I hate you. Yes, I need that in my life, bro.
Bruh.
I'll be at work and I'll get a fuck you, Taiju is my god kind of comment. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's good.
just fucking do
I just hung up my Taiju wall scroll.
just do that meme with like all these precious oof.
You know that fucking scene in SpongeBob where he's licking the poster of the Krabby Patty, but it's Taiju?
Oh yeah.
Does anyone like Taiju? Like, he's so boring.
There's 7 billion people out there in the world.
Well, anyway, let's talk about better Taiju. Chrome.
better Taiju.
So, no, but Chrome's proven his worth, honestly. Like, because I think people may forget as it goes on. That he is not one of the modern day humans. He's doing more scientific discovery than the modern day motherfuckers. This is just like, this is proof that like a lot of smarts comes from like, you're born with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what brain type are you? You know what I mean? Because like, honestly, like, you know, the Mentalist, as much as I love him, he's not a scientifically minded guy. You know, he's not going around making inventions. But Chrome, he just, by nature, he was a curious, they always talked about him, he's always been curious, right? And it's always the curious ones that get into science, get into inventing shit. And like, so I love that Chrome, even though he wasn't like privy to the modern day shit, he's approaching Senku level smartness on his own, just simply by learning. He's like because he's got that type of personality where he wants to learn. He's creative. He's interested in everything, and I love that about him.
Oh yeah, especially just this comment here. He's like, I just, you know, science is fun, right? They're like saying like, oh, he's happy, you know, he'll get himself hyped up. No, fuck the satisfaction. I do this because it's fun, and I fucking respect that shit, right? Because, you know, a lot of people nowadays in certain professions are like, people only get into certain professions
to make money
of the pay. You know,
yeah, you are very right. I'm glad you're bringing that up.
It's rare that a lot of people who, you know, go into careers just go in because I think it's fun. Like, how many doctors do you know say, "Oh, I go into doctor for fun and not for money," right? Like, people forget that the reason why you go into a certain career because you enjoy. Or doing that career.
And that's why
the money's fine
and honestly, I agree with you. And just to get political for like 3 seconds, that's why I'm very, very like supportive of like, I won't get into specifics so I don't make anyone angry, but we need to fucking change our entire system and like how schooling is run, because I want more people to, because right now, how it is now is people get into debt immediately through education, and then they're in panic because they have to fucking pay off their debt, so they can't go and find a job that they like because they have to panic and find a job that pays well, or at least anything. So yeah, we need to completely change around this system of our country so that people can be happy with their jobs and do something that fulfills them and makes their life happy, for sure. And I agree with you that I like that you said that, because that's a very important thing that a lot of people forget.
It's a thing that I feel like people usually should take into account, because you don't go into a job to, I guess you technically do go into a job to make money, but at the end of the day, you want to do what you want to do that you like, because no one wants to stay at a job that makes them suffer, because what's the point of living if you're going to a job that you hate every day?
There's a quote, and it's I'll end off that conversation on this. You'll never work a day in your life if you enjoy what you do.
Big facts.
Yeah. So another thing I got to bring up, because we're pervs here at Controlled Chaos, I think probably the nakedest we've ever seen Kohaku. I'm into it.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like, I'm sorry, this author, and this is Fuya Hanabi approved, by the way. If you don't know who he is, he's a hentai artist who follows our videos. I'm still so proud of that. He's a pretty big hentai artist on Twitter that loves us. Follow him on Twitter. Look up Fuya Hanabi. Good luck on the spelling, because I don't remember. He'll probably be in the comments. But anyway, what's up?
A non-shameless advertisement for our boy.
Yeah, no, I was messaging him on Twitter, and he was actually, I was like, bro, I want you on our videos. You need to have a guest appearance because you've done so much for us, because he gave us a shout out and shit. And he was like, oh, I'm happy with just the occasional shout outs. And I was like, okay. But what was I going to say? No, what reason I bring him up is because he's like a dude who's got incredible drawing talent. And he said in one of the Dr. Stone videos, he was like, God, this artist is so good at drawing women. I'm pretty sure that was you, at least. If I'm wrong and it wasn't you, forgive me, but I'm 99% sure that was you, Fuya. But yeah. So again, every time I see a fucking Dr. Stone whammon, I'm like, oh, I'm so lonely. I'm so emotionally and sexually frustrated. Yep. Thurman, I'm going to try Tinder. I'm going to do it. I survived almost cancer. It's time.
Good luck, man. I'm rooting for you.
Because now I got nothing to lose, bro. I spent a month of my life wondering if I had fucking cancer or not, and then I don't. So it's like, all right, fuck it. Tinder time.
Tinder or plenty of fish, either or.
Anyway, but so Thurman, you ever played Donkey Kong Country? This is going somewhere.
Yes.
Mine carts. We got mine carts.
Bruh.
Do. Is it just me that thinks of Donkey Kong Country every time I see mine carts?
Bro, it's so dope.
Like, I love that they have mine carts. I love that they have mine carts. Yes. Oh my god. Like,
bro, I fucking love. I love it
because
so,
they set up.
So they actually have another means. So they actually have other means for. I'm liking how they're making more transportation ways to get through.
They set up a fucking system, bro. Like a legit, like, now they have a system now. It's like, okay, we get the ore, we minecart it out to the front of the fucking cave, then we can put it on a boat, take it to any fucking, because then they have like 2 main villages, then we can take it to wherever we need to, and then it's a system, rinse and repeat. They have boats, they have minecarts, they have ways to transfer their fucking material.
Have cars. They have cars. The old man.
They do have a car, yeah. They also have pimping ass tuxedos.
Yo, this shit is coming together, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're honestly getting to the, like, all that's left is like, all right, we need like legit TV antennas. We need like satellites and shit. We need skyscrapers. That's about it. I mean, he's getting to the point where he's almost like. Basically, he's getting to the point where, like, he's going to have invented everything, and then the next step is just to, like, mass produce it and make cities and shit. Like, we got to get to, like, either de-stoning a bunch of people or just fucking to make more people, because that's the next logical step of civilization building. You either got to fuck or you got to de-stone some of these fuckers.
Probably D-Stone.
Honestly. Come on.
I mean, they're but a lot of horny men and women out in this prehistoric, not prehistoric, in that,
absolutely, like this blonde boy over here,
bro.
Who wouldn't want to fuck him?
That's gonna be a topic again, sometime in the manga.
I hope, dude. Yeah, no, it would be a crime it would be a crime if they passed up the we have to repopulate the human race joke.
So what I feel like what's gonna happen is they're gonna de-stone someone who's pregnant, and then they're gonna have to like find like a nurse to give birth, like
Fuck, that would be that's actually awesome. Like they're like mid-pregnant.
Yeah, like I feel like that's gonna be addressed sometime.
But it would have to be like early enough to the point where they couldn't tell, unless they just thought it was someone who was fat.
Yeah.
Like, well, let's de-stone this fat bitch. And then she's like, I ain't fat, motherfucker, I'm pregnant. And Senku's like, oh, fuck.
It makes sense, right? It makes sense, right? Because, it's they're literally civilization. Someone is pregnant right at this very moment, so it's possible.
I wonder if that would, like, affect the baby in the womb at all, the long...
That'd be interesting. That would be
that's
interesting.
something that I could see Senku, like, being like, would that change anything? Would that affect anything?
So like a mutation,
bro,
of some sort.
And then they get the first baby with quirks.
That's crazy.
What if the Y-Man is a baby frozen in a womb?
Bruh, so the author could go that route, but I don't feel like he would. I'm
kidding. Whenever I do the Nux Taku voice, I'm shit posting Thurman.
Wham! Yo, Nux, yeah.
What the hell was that? That's not. No, you can't do it. You're bad at it. No, but you know what I did want to. I'm glad you brought up the clothing and the cars and shit. I have a question, and it still bothers me. Okay, now it made sense for Senku to wear what he wears up until like 5 chapters ago, but now that they have like fucking fresh ass clothing, it's weird to me that he still wears what he wears. Now, as a manga reason, I understand for like marketing. That's kind of like his fucking look, right? It'd be like if Zoro didn't wear his green fucking robes anymore, or if Luffy didn't wear his red vest anymore. I understand that, like, for manga reasons, they have to keep him in that same outfit. But it bothers me that Senku, I feel like Senku would fucking freshen up now that they have clothes. Like, so do you have like a headcanon reason in your mind?
Just same thing as you. I don't think they're gonna address it too much because it's for recognizable reasons. It's an iconic look,
but it's weird.
It'd be like Goku without his gi,
Yeah. Yeah. It's bothering me though. I feel like Unless they want to go like the mad scientist route with it, like he's just because they could because what I love about his character design is the E equals MC square that he wrote in blood. He could be like, oh, I keep it on because that E equals MC square like reminds me of my daily mission every day or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else to talk about in the chapter itself for you, Thurman?
No, not really, man.
That's the beauty of Dr. Stone, right? They're really simple, fun, fuck around chapters. We mention the main shit, we shit post, we theory, we just hang and chill, and then that's the video. Isn't it beautiful?
I did.
Is there nothing else that we're missing? Because my phone's dead, so I can't check.
Let me see here.
Just do a quick scroll through. Make sure we're not missing anything like idiots.
Okay, so they're talking about making like a factory, like a working system, right?
Oh, like how, yeah. Well, yeah, I liked how he said that, right? He was like, we're getting to the point where you'd need factories. Like, we're getting to factory level shit, which is a good point, right? Like, no matter, even if you have the skills for it, the smarts for it, the materials for it, there are certain things that will take fucking years to build. And that's what I'm curious about, how big this boat's going to be, because, I mean, like, if you go, like, biblical, like, Noah's Ark took for fucking ever to build, if I'm remembering correctly. So, like, and that was I mean, obviously that's probably bigger than the boat they're going for, but I'm curious how big this boat's going to be, because a big boat might take quite a while to build, so I'm curious if they're going to go time skip route on it, or if they're going to discover some way to make it way quicker. I don't know. Because
that'll be an interesting concept. Because the first thing I thought about when they were doing the talking about factories, I thought like, oh, okay, now they have a reason to give out money. Now I thought they're actually going to start doing
like employ people like, and shit.
Yeah. I honestly thought, like, oh, okay, so they're starting to do like a working system.
We'll give them a shitty minimum wage job.
Yeah, because when they first talk about factories and leaders and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay, so they're starting to do like assembly line type thing, to where people are going to start, because they're still trying to find ways to getting the money so they can buy the oil from Ryutsu. So I assume that they're starting to make they're going to make like not really more of like something like similar to like a assembly line, but like working, making someone have like a manager like watch over them work.
Do that. I mean, the interesting thing right now is that like the work is helping everybody, right? So they're working just to better their lives. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I don't know. That we might get there eventually. I'm not sure if that's what they're doing now, but they definitely have set up like a very convenient system where they're probably going to have people like I think they will have like kind of shifts, right? Because you have people doing shifts at the farm, people doing shifts at the mining area now, and like they're all going to probably, and I do think they really need to find more of the de-stoning, like the miracle fluid or whatever, because like they are getting to a point where they're probably going to be pretty spread pretty thin, because they got a lot of people. They have to do the farm, they have to mine, they have to build the boat, they have to do all this shit. So like it would be nice to have to up their numbers at some point here.
Yeah, so I think the miracle water is probably going to have a play later on, but I think their priorities are kind of different right now. Because they have really everyone.
Well, yeah, now they got a creepy ass fucking transmission, so that makes sense. Yeah.
So I mean, they really have everyone they need right now. So there's no really need to waste it unless they realize, oh shit, we need this.
Well, I'm not sure if they have any more. Like, because I think he used the last of it on the fucking chef.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though, right?
Remember, now, there's that guy who was like, "Please, I'd love to see my dad," and he's like, "Nah."
See, because there's no really real need to revive anyone, because they have. Yeah. The need right now for the occupation,
and you don't want to accidentally pull a Tsukasa and like revive Hitler.
Yeah,
like oops, it was Hitler. Ha! That makes no sense. Who's like a douchebag who's a liar? Oops, it was Alex Jones.
Oh my god,
Alex Jones was in Japan for some reason. Don't question it. He was he was looking at what chemicals the Japanese were using to make the frogs gay, bro.
Out of all the chemicals we could have found, out of all the Americans we could have found, it had to be this guy.
It had dude, can you imagine Alex Jones and that like oh, all my conspiracies were correct. There's aliens and they turned us all to stone.
Bruh, he'd be dead. I give him just a Casa. Fuck it. He's your problem.
Bring Alex Jones into this. I'm mad at myself.
So predictions.
I'm curious because building this boat is going to take time. So there's two ways that the author can go about it, right? Either one, the boat will be like a background thing. Like it's being built over the next like 10, 20 chapters as other shit is happening, right? So they could like, oh, we'll do all this other shit. We'll go on this little mini voyage, but the main big ship will be like a background thing being built. Or he time skips it and it's like boom, 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 now it's built. I'm not sure which direction they'll go with that. What do you think?
It depends on how long, because I wouldn't mind either or. I think a time skip would be cool. It just really depends on how the type of
Dude, I want to take that little fucking chunk of audio and like turn it into a rap. Like that was like a scat song, like.
So for it to be a time skip, I think we'd have to give like a time frame of like how long it would.
How long would it take?
Take the boat.
Can you imagine like 2 years later Senku, like how sexy he'd be?
Ugh. I wasn't even thinking like 2 years later, because you know it's a
boats take a fuck. I mean, depends on how big the goddamn boat's gonna be, man.
Yeah. Because you know, I assume that because 2 years is like the manga. Fucking trope. Like
Although,
2 years.
I just thought of a problem with doing a time skip, and that problem would be that the way Senku does things, if we skipped 2 years, he would have like rebuilt society already.
Well, that's true.
Honestly, I don't know if we could do a time skip now that I think about it.
Or probably make it like a year time skip of some sort, you know?
Yeah. See, now I'm thinking we shouldn't do a time skip because I feel like we'd miss, you know, what is so fun about this manga, which is discovering and inventing new shit alongside with them.
So I wouldn't mind it because I trust this author very much. This author's good at plot progression, so I feel like even if it did do a time skip, it wouldn't be like a shitty time skip, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it would be well explained, like how like reason why we need a time skip, you know, because you know.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I'll be whichever direction he goes down. I'm sure I'll be good with it.
I feel like time skips do help. It's just sometimes some authors don't know when to place the proper time skip. Because if we bring it to One Piece, because Oda did time skips very well. He set up his time skip extremely well. Yeah. I don't know if Naruto set up his time skip well. You have to let me know about that. But I heard Bleach did his time skip.
Bleach is no. What did you hear about Bleach?
I heard it did his time skip well.
Really? I thought Bleach's time skip was very unnecessary. No, almost nothing changed. Like Bleach's time skip was practically there just for Kubo to like change all the characters' designs. Really, other than that, nothing changed. Like I always used to make the joke that Bleach's time skip literally just existed so that Kubo could change his character designs. Like he was bored of the other ones. Because it was also a notoriously short time. As like time skips go, like if you're looking at the big three time skips, Bleach's time skip was the shortest. I believe Bleach's time skip was like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
Whereas One Piece's was 2 years, and I believe Naruto's was a little over 2 years, right?
Probably. I think 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, I think Naruto's was in between 2 and 3 years. But no, Bleach's time skip was like weirdly short. It was like a year, a little over a year. And really the only reason that Bleach had a time skip was just to kind of like Kubo wanted to give him because at the end, why am I talking about Bleach? At the end of the Aizen arc, he lost. It was one of those: you use this power, and then you'll lose your powers, but you'll get them back, obviously, because the series is still going. Hate that shit. That's why I love what Togashi did with Gon, bro. Togashi was like, "Yeah, Gon's gonna lose his powers, but not bullshit, because he actually did lose his powers."
So, with that rant in mind, I feel like depending on how he built it up, I think a time skip will be okay, as long as it doesn't pull like a a shitty time skip. Because there are good time skips and there are bad time skips.
I guess I need to like see. I don't have they. I'm trying to remember if there's like an accurate blueprint. I want like how big is this ship gonna be? Like, I'm trying to remember if they've said.
I have no idea, fam.
Oh well, I'll be interested though. Either way, however they do it, this is one of those series that's written so well. The characters are written so well that like I could watch them do anything. Honestly, like it doesn't even like there doesn't need to be a main villain. There doesn't need to be this like big threat. I can just watch them fuck around, and it's entertaining, and I love it. This is proof that character is everything. Okay, Dr. Stone had a set of like 20 chapters in a row where there was no main villain, no main threat. Tsukasa was taken care of. What's his fuck was out of the picture. There was nothing. And yet it was more entertaining than The Promised Neverland. That's all like, here's our main villain, main threat. Oh my god, everyone's dying around us. Dr. Stone proves in that very moment that it's all about your characters. Just good ass characters and good ass character interaction is all you need. That's why slice of life stories exist. That's why slice of life stories work. Because you don't need a big bad. You don't need a huge plot. You don't need a big goal. It's just good ass characters and watching them do their thing.
I agree.
And with that, I was gonna let you do the piece. You fucked it up.